No way out? Mark Carney's bold claims exposed and fact-checked in real time. Canada stands at a pivotal moment, grappling with a range of political and economic challenges that have intensified under the leadership of Prime Minister Mark Carney. As the newly appointed leader of the Liberal Party, Carney is tasked with navigating a landscape marked by public dissatisfaction and systemic failures. Recent data from Statistics Canada underscores these failures, revealing a growing sentiment among citizens that government policies are driven by elite interests rather than the needs of everyday Canadians. This discontent is increasingly evident as voters express frustration over ineffective spending and lack of accountability. One of the most pressing dilemmas facing the government is the future of struggling institutions like Canada Post. The question is whether to continue subsidizing these entities or invest billions in restructuring and compensating workers. This choice not only reflects concerns about fiscal responsibility, but also about the broader implications for employment and service delivery. Critics argue that under Carney's leadership, the government has failed to present a clear, effective strategy to address these institutions' challenges, leaving many Canadians feeling neglected and overlooked. The erosion of public trust in government institutions is profoundly concerning. The term far-right has become a blanket label that often dismisses valid criticisms of government policies. Individuals who voice concerns about economic decline or government mismanagement are frequently labeled as extremists, even as their warnings resonate with a disillusioned public. Canadians are not necessarily seeking radical reforms. They are yearning for a return to a stable and unified society that prioritizes economic opportunity and social cohesion. The recent changes in leadership within the Liberal Party have done little to alleviate the public's worries regarding parliamentary oversight. The prorogation of Parliament raised significant constitutional questions, particularly concerning the approval of substantial expenditures without adequate debate. For instance, the decision to allocate $45 million to Michelin for electric vehicle tire production was made despite the company's robust financial standing and the declining demand for electric vehicles in Canada. Such decisions, made without thorough public discourse, have fueled a growing sense of frustration and mistrust in government processes. Unchecked government spending, particularly on ideological projects like green energy initiatives, has also come under fire. Critics assert that many of these initiatives cater to the interests of influential figures, including Mark Carney himself, who has deep ties to global climate finance. His promotion of environmental, social, and governance (ESG) investment strategies appears to benefit wealthy institutions rather than the average Canadian. This perception of self-interest among political leaders raises serious concerns about whose interests are truly being served in the current administration. The carbon tax, once heralded as a necessary tool for climate action, is now facing significant backlash from various quarters. Recent studies suggest that eliminating the consumer carbon price has led to a remarkable decrease in inflation, directly contradicting Carney's assertions regarding the tax's importance. During the last election, Conservative leader Pierre Poilievre advocated for scrapping policies like Bill C-69 and emissions caps, arguing that they impose unnecessary burdens on Canadians. Carney and his supporters, however, resisted these proposals, insisting on maintaining strict regulatory frameworks to combat climate change. In the realm of digital policy, Canada's proposed Bill C-63, known as the Online Harms Act, has ignited considerable debate. While the legislation claims to protect children from online threats, critics argue it serves as a tool for censorship and government overreach. The bill encourages citizens to report potential hate speech, raising substantial concerns regarding its implications for free expression and due process. Many believe that this approach could lead to a chilling effect on open dialogue, undermining the protections it ostensibly seeks to establish. As Mark Carney grapples with these multifaceted challenges, the overarching sentiment among Canadians is one of disillusionment with the political process. Many citizens feel their voices are silenced, and the promises of transformative policies have yet to materialize into meaningful change. This growing frustration transcends partisan lines. It reflects a broader demand for accountability and results from a government that has operated with minimal oversight for far too long. The public's discontent is about more than party affiliation. It's about a deep yearning for effective governance and responsiveness to citizen needs. The ongoing crisis of confidence in political institutions is further exacerbated by the perception that media narratives often align with elite interests, sidelining the voices of ordinary Canadians. This disconnect fosters a landscape where citizens feel increasingly alienated from the political discourse. As discussions about pressing issues take place, the lack of meaningful engagement in mainstream media contributes to a sense of disenfranchisement among voters, leaving them questioning the integrity of their representatives. In this environment of uncertainty, the path forward for Canada hinges on the ability of its leaders to confront these systemic failures directly. Carney must tackle the pressing issues of government inefficiency and lack of transparency while working to restore public trust in democratic institutions. The urgency for a government that prioritizes accountability, effective policymaking, and genuine engagement with the electorate has never been more pressing. Canadians are looking for leaders who not only promise change, but are also committed to delivering tangible outcomes that improve their daily lives. Ultimately, the challenges facing Canada are complex and deeply rooted in years of bureaucratic expansion and politicized policymaking. Critics argue that the erosion of democratic institutions is not a singular event, but rather a slow decline fueled by unchecked authority and a lack of accountability. As the country moves forward, it is imperative for political leaders to actively listen to the concerns of Canadians and work collaboratively to rebuild trust in the system. This requires a commitment to transparency and a willingness to engage with constituents meaningfully. The political environment is also influenced by the growing engagement of younger voters, who are increasingly disillusioned with traditional party politics. Many among this demographic feel that their concerns, particularly regarding climate change and economic inequality, are not being adequately addressed. As a result, they are seeking new avenues for political expression and representation, which could reshape the landscape of Canadian politics in the years to come. This generational shift highlights the need for established political leaders to adapt to changing societal values and priorities.